Greetings everyone, I am Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. For today's Divinely Guided Rune reading, we're getting into the Yule season. That's right, winter is finally underway with December 21st also marking the sun's entrance into Capricorn. This is the shortest day of daylight throughout the season, and we welcome in the beginning of the new year and more daylight and abundance to make it through these winter months, these cold, bitter months. I have a lot of information in the link or the description box below, so please check out that description box below for more information on about runes, how they could serve you well throughout this Capricorn energy transition and season and throughout the whole Yule energies. This is part one of a two-part series I am doing on the whole Yule season and Capricorn transition. So if you missed anything on this one, in a few days I will have another part two up for this reading with more clarification. Okay, so I do have, like I said, a lot of notes moving forward, and so let me just read a few of those to you right now. Winter officially begins on December 21st, as I had mentioned, and the sun moves into Capricorn, a sign focused on ambition and responsibility. This shift highlights your commitments and the ways you contribute to others' lives. During this time, you might find yourself stepping up to assist others in need or taking on additional duties. By Capricorn new moon on December 30th, you'll likely turn your attention to long-term plans related to finances, shared resources, or unresolved obligations. As the year's final lunar phase unfolds, it's an ideal moment to set the realistic goals for managing debts and responsibilities. So that'll be part two. That'll be more of the lunar side of things and what's going to be happening during this whole transitional period. Remember, we had that black new moon period that we're still actually in right now. So this period also offers the opportunity to reflect on where you've been dedicating your energy, making adjustments for where you've been focusing in unproductive areas. So releasing a lot of that, transitioning into maybe reaffirming your faith with that recommitment to what you've been striving towards, what's divinely serving you, right? What is aligning you to your best path, right? Let's cleanse this energetic space. I have a $2 note that represents uncommon abundance. I put it in the singing bowl. So while I ring the singing bowl as it cleanses the energetic space, we're simultaneously giving gratitude towards and inviting more of that uncommon abundance back into our lives. I invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, focusing on the intent of today's divinely guided rune reading. Yule season. Yule. Love it. It's like one of my favorite times of year, y'all. I'm really not as much of a fan of winter anymore as I was, but I still love this time of year. The mysteriousness, the veil is still pretty thin around this time of year as well. So let's get into what the runes have to say for us during this transition into the sun in Capricorn, also the winter solstice, right? So some beautiful energies coming up here, and I'm using, incidentally, the lapis lazuli runes for this reading here today. So if you would like a set of these runes or would like some of the jewelry, please visit the shop at youressentialpractice.com or visit me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com if you would like a one-on-one reading with me or would like some spiritual counseling. I also do Reiki teaching, I do herbalism, color therapy, you name it. We're all multifaceted beings, aren't we? So the energetic past position, we have the rune of Algiz. This is the elk. Algiz is that divine connection, that rune of faith. I like to call it the George Michael rune because you gotta have faith, baby. So we're coming from that energetic past where we were having those antlers divinely connecting us, and also receiving those divine downloads, moving forward with that intuition, just knowing that we have the faith. We're grounded like that elk planting its hoof in the tundra, letting out its beautiful bugle into the air, right? And also that is for divine defense, divine protection. Those antlers have another function as well. So you are protected moving forward in whatever you are doing here as this energy culminates and transitions. So in the next upcoming energies, in the now energies rather, is manas. This is that cyclical human nature, that labeling. This is one clan flag opposing another, or one clan flag and then another clan flag, right? So this incites other than, or a definition to. So like my place in the world, what is my value? What are my values? What is my place in the world? These are things that are going through our minds right now, and dutifully so if you're watching this video, because this is something that you're divinely guided to be watching right now. So beautiful manas in the now energy. You're right where you need to be. You're divinely guided. You're moving forward in beautiful ways. All right, so the next very near future energies is nadis. So nadis is about addressing our needs, constraints, limitations, right? We're going down this path, and now this log is blocking the path. So it's up to us to transmute that energy, right? Address those needs fully, address those constraints. What kind of obstacles are in our way? What sort of things are we needing to take care of mentally, emotionally, physically? Is it our home environment? Is it up here in the upstairs, our thought processes? Is it our beliefs? Is it our emotional stability? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because that work is coming up for you in the very near future, right around this time of the solstice, the 21st, as Capricorn, as the sun goes from Sagittarius into Capricorn. We're not so fast moving. We're more slowed down, grounded, methodical. We know we're very sturdy in knowing what our needs are and how to address those needs. So go ahead and do it already, right? So beautiful rune. I just pulled this for a daily rune today, on the day that I'm recording this. This is Theresas. This is beautiful energy rune of the Emperor in the tarot deck, right? So this Emperor, this is Theresas, this is like Odin, or excuse me, like Thor's hammer, right? Or it could be also a giant, or it could also be a thorn. But a lot of people tend to interpret this as the hammer of Mjolnir, of Thor's hammer. This is that swiftness, that lightning strike, that very thorough, methodical approach, a very thorough, swift action. So as this transmutes, or excuse me, transitions, yeah, sure. As you transmute this energy into this transitional of action going forward here, you know, it can build or destroy. So what are you destroying that you no longer serves your divinely guided path? What are you building that does, you know, serve your path, right? So this is beautiful energy. Theresas is wanting you in that this is that action taken for the best outcome position. And so you're called to take that swift action with your needs. Address your needs. Address those constraints fully, right? Stay dedicated. I'm looking for that rune Tiwaz here today, because that would just be so fitting for this reading right now. So, thoughts, feelings, and emotions on this reading are that's right, this is Isa. This is the ice room, stuck, frozen, rigid, repeating life lessons. Sure, if we don't transmute this in the right way, we have the opportunity to repeat that path, right? We're just going to pace back and forth. All right, we need to address these needs and constraints, because right now we're feeling stuck, frozen, rigid, repeating life lessons. So that swift action, break that ice. Break the ice on December 21st and really have those tough conversations with yourself, with others, with Source, with your archangels, however you want to identify and however it resonates with you. But definitely do the action. All right? So this isn't just by wishing for it to be done for you, right? We have to take those steps, and divine will respond in kind. We can just pray and pray and pray and pray, but we also have to put in the work in order for that reciprocal energy to take place. Okay, so Awaz is the rune of endurance. So this is that bow that the yew tree was made, that the yew tree made bows out of. So this is also known as the UYEW rune. So with this yew branch, it needs to be flexible, and so while we're addressing our needs, this is in the position of what we risk losing, so our flexibility, right? A Capricorn likes to be stubborn. Capricorn likes to be stubborn. I have 2 Capricorn sons. Try to tell me different. All right, so if we're flexing too much, the branches break. If we're not flexing enough, the branches break. And what happens when these branches break? It turns right back into Isa. Repeating life lessons. We have the opportunity to repeat life lessons until they are learned. Until we transmute that log crossing our path into something like Tiwaz, our disciplinary work, our victory, right? Remembering that we are divinely protected moving forward. Have that faith. By knowing who you are and knowing what your identity is, you don't have to base anything on the opinions of others. The only fact that matters is what you think of yourself moving forward. You're going to get a lot of naysayers, and that's just showing you that you are on a good trajectory, right? When you have some of these people saying, well, that's not the way to do it. Okay, so where are you the expert then? Please show me so I can learn from you, right? So if they're not the expert, don't listen to them is what I'm getting at. So this is going to be beautiful stability, endurance, energy. That's what you risk losing. Okay, I really don't think there's going to be a lot of that going on, but beware that Capricorn energy mixed with Sagittarius. We're in that mind state, and this is right after Mercury stations direct on the 15th, and we also have Mars still retrograde. So this is, be cautious and review your actions before you put your foot in your mouth, but still don't hesitate on everything, right? Break that ice. You got to make these steps moving forward. Don't hesitate, because you already know you have that faith moving forward. Yeah, the rune for the outcome is Laguz. This is beautiful divine feminine healing work. This is lake flow, dowsing with water, intuition work, connection with divine as well. A lot of faith in this as well. And this is directly across from Algiz. So Algiz and this Laguz are going to be working with you during this transitional phase here, going through the solstice of the December 21st, the shortest day of the year and the longest night of the year. So whatever this action is, it needs to be done. All right, y'all. Let's pull some cards for clarity. I have 2 different kinds of oracle decks we're going to be using today. The first one I am going to be using is called the Crystal Grid Oracle deck, and this has beautiful depictions of crystals on it and some information on different ways that you can set up crystals and advice for our divinely guided rune reading. So this is a really great time to have that action of cleansing your altar, setting up your altar. And this is why I'm pulling the crystal grid energy, because this is a great time to reset, reevaluate. Okay, so these couple of these cards just want to keep on coming out. I cannot shuffle these for a darn today. So let's just go with this one, Crossroads and Fun, that came out. All right, so we're going to read about both of these. Crossroads right here. All right. And Fun right here. All right. So And these are nice. They're right next to each other. So starting off with Crossroads. That is the stone chiastolite, chiastolite is how it is spelled. All right, so this is crossroads, protection, transmutation. Remember that rune of the needs, right, of transmutation. Okay, so you are at a crossroads or torn in two directions. Have you found yourself in a position where you have made a choice but are unclear of the road to take? Sometimes it's hard when you're waiting for an answer to come, but it just hasn't. Your feelings need to be your compass. If you feel joy, happiness, or excitement when you think of an option, you know which road to follow, regardless of whether or not it is logical of a road to go down. Follow your yes, right? Follow your F yeah. If it does not feel like it resonates with you, then why the heck do you keep doing it? Are you addicted to that energetic pattern addiction? Are you addicted to feeling like, oh, let down? Really think about that. Have that sit down with yourself and think, am I addicted to these energetic patterns? Right? And figure out where you need to go within for healing. Of course, you can always talk with me as well. Continuing on, follow the pull to see where it takes you. Your intuition is always right. And yeah, you're going to come out with a majorly healed intuition at the end of this. All things considered, that action, addressing these needs, carrying through with that swift action, just one small task completed will lead to another, then another, then another, and that's that action and the stability, the flexibility to take it all through, and the intuition being built up with it, right? So this is awesome stuff. 13, number 13, this is about fun. Let's read about this one now. This is orange calcite, a great positive stone, and this is for fun, emotional balance, and it's energizing as well. And it's also great. I like to put it in my coffee cup or my water cup overnight, or during the day I'll drink it with some people do quartz, but I like to use yellow or orange calcite. So let's see, are you in need of some fun, or have you been taking life too seriously, or do you feel like your emotions are like a roller coaster? I know a lot of us have been feeling that way recently. Whenever you become very emotional and teary or have a creative block, you should look to your sacral chakra. It is the water element chakra, and therefore attracted to emotions, which is energy and motion. It is also the chakra associated with relationships and with partners and with finance and sexuality with females, and has the seat of your creativity. So this is beautiful work to get into, everyone. Also, read more about these stones, the orange calcite and this other one, the chiastolite. Beautiful energetic grids that you can set up. You might want to get into just a basic grid. You can do one that looks like the Star of David, a nice basic, or a square even, nice basic energetic grid that you can do with any crystals, really. You can't go wrong. All right, so we're going to pull now a card from the Oracle deck of the Soul's Journey cards. These are messages straight from Spirit, straight from Divine, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. We are one, so this is in a way a message to self. So Divine, please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for us today, for today's divinely guided rune reading for December 21st, the Sun in Capricorn, solstice, winter solstice energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love. Y'all, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Right? Love. Love. What do you do for a living? I love. I answered that way once. Beautiful stuff. All right. Love. What do you do for a living? I love. This card says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. You are love. It is your inherent vibration. The obstacles and challenges of the physical dimension attempt to trick you into thinking that there are other ways to view life. But there's only one way that is natural to your being, and that is love. This card simply reminds you that your soul is made of God's pure, divine, vibrational force of love, and that you need to bring this awareness to bear on every aspect of your life and being. Love is a healing energy. All anxiety and drama cannot exist in the aura of love. Most souls have come back to this earth to learn, accept, and utilize this harmonic force and to see its effect upon their lives. It is time to remind others of the strength of their own power of God and assist them in knowing fully that love is the most powerful element in the universe. It builds, fortifies, and strengthens even the most lost person. When we live in the power of love, then and only then will we know the truth. True love is the spiritual link between us and God. It will guide our footsteps through the conflicts of the material world and will cleanse our hearts of unwanted facets of the human personality. Gosh, guys, that is so beautiful. I want to show you this too. That just echoes this moving in faith and healing your divine feminine, that emotional and intuitive healing. All right, you're going through this process right now. I know it feels like it's been a little stagnant here recently, maybe the last couple weeks, but trust me, you're gonna look back to this time of year and wish you were a little slower like this time of year, because you know what, you're so blessed. You'd be jumping for joy if you knew it was in store for you next month, because it is great, it is beautiful, and it's because you and divine, all of us, we're all in this together, celebrating it and building it with love, right? We're following our F yeah, and we are also enjoying our crossroads. So I just pulled another card for clarity out of the Runic Tarot deck. So the Runic Tarot deck, this is the Page of Wands, calling you to get into that swift action some more. Beautiful. This is all about it, y'all. You see this bind rune also has Therizos in it. So that's beautiful energy. That's manifestation of fire in the tarot. The page is very forward moving and just full of that manifestation energy. Okay, last but not least, we're going to get a chakra token to continue with our energetic practices for now until this divinely guided next rune reading. And I swear, if we get that sacral chakra, that would be awesome. Okay, we don't have the sacral chakra today, but we do have the root chakra. And so the root chakra, the mudra is a pretty cool one. And it goes off like this. It started in the prayer position. Remember, here's the church, here's the steeple, open the doors and see all the people. It's kind of like that, except we have the middle fingers out. We're interlocking the fingers of the thumb and the forefinger, and we're leaving the other two, the ring finger and the pinky finger, interlocked in there. So then we'll point that down south to our root chakra. Again, we're starting off in the prayer position, all right, and we're interlocking these, leaving the tips of the middle fingers touched, all right, and then folding in these other two, and that's our mudra right there. We point this down to our root chakra, which is at the base of the spine, and we recite the mantra LAM, L-A-M, and that's a beautiful red color emanating from that. Feel more focused, stable, grounded. Moving forward into that Capricorn energy, this will be a great one to work with. We're turning up those chakras moving forward. The solfeggio frequency for the root chakra is 396 hertz. The root chakra is the first chakra, and it's located at the base of the spine. The chakra is associated with survival, safety, and security. Someone with a blocked root chakra would typically be fearful or anxious. Listening to 396 Hz solfeggio frequency will help to stimulate the part of the subconscious brain that is associated with this blockage and to help unearth negative belief systems and feelings residing deep in the subconscious mind. When your root chakra is unblocked, you should feel secure, connected to your body, and grounded. This has been a beautiful rune reading. I've been Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. Again, if you'd like a divinely guided rune reading from me personally, or some one-on-one coaching, or just want to have a chat, contact me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com or visit the shop at youressentialpractice.com. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant Yule.